Hello viewers, welcome to Elimu TV, the station where you watch and learn. Today I will be taking you through English Form 4, Lesson 33. I'm your tutor, Madam Elsie, and our topic will be grammar, subtopic, functions of nouns in sentences. So by the end of the lesson, you should be able to describe the uses of nouns in given sentences and give their different examples. So functions of nouns in a sentence. In a sentence, a noun can function as a subject. It can also function as an object, and it can also function as a complement. So a noun as a subject. Let's start with function number 1, a noun as a subject. A noun usually functions as the subject of a sentence when it performs the action implied in the verb. It is said the topic of that verb. So, a subject, what is a subject? A subject is the doer of the action. So, the doer, if the noun is the doer of the action, that is our subject. That noun is functioning as a subject. For example, in the sentence below, the elephant destroyed our crops. The elephant destroyed our crops. So we have our noun there as the elephant, which is the doer of the action. The elephant are the ones that, the elephant is the one that destroyed the crops. So it is the doer of the action. So it is our subject. The noun is acting as our subject. Let's go to function number 2, noun as an object. A noun functions as an object when it receives the action implied by the verb. So an object is the receiver of the action. So the object is the receiver of the action. So who receives, when a noun is the one that is receiving the action, we call that noun an object, or that noun is functioning as an object. So we have two different types of objects. We have direct objects and indirect objects. So let's start with direct objects. So direct objects are nouns usually. So these are nouns which usually come after the verb or verb phrase, whereby the direct object can be a single noun or a noun phrase. So that object receives the action directly. For example, she decorated the hall. So you can see we have our subject, which is she, and then our action is decorated. Then we have the hall. So the hall is our object, which is a direct object because it is receiving the action of decoration directly. Then we have indirect objects. The noun or noun phrases functioning as an indirect object always comes before the direct object and cannot stand on its own. For example, the old man gave Musa clear directions to the cave. So you can see that the old man is our subject. Then we have two objects there. So we have two objects there which are receiving the action of giving. So we have Musa and the direction. So we have Musa and the direction. So the directions are receiving the action directly. So the clear directions are the direct objects, and we have Musa as our indirect object. And let's go to function number 3 of nouns. So a noun can function as a complement also. A noun can function as a complement when it follows a linking verb. For example, he remains the chairman of the group. So if in a sentence what follows the verb is not an object or a verb, so that is it's not a noun. So the rest of the sentence after the verb is our complement. We call it a complement. For example, let's have example number 2. He's a doctor. So when you say he's a doctor, we have our subject as he, we have our verb as is, then we have a doctor. A doctor, when you see a doctor, it is complementing, or it is an adjective complementing he. So it is our complement. And that is the end of our lesson. And for reference, you can refer to Excelling in English book, Book 4, second edition, KLB. And for more information, you can contact us on our SMS number 0723 14 42 59, YouTube Elimu TV, Facebook Elimu TV, and Twitter at Elimu TV _Kenya.